no foul. Oh, I was talking about that game, but it wasn't no foul.
I give it all away. You're like my reason for life when my dreams seem so far away.
On the shores of Lake Erie, here in the city of rock and roll. Our coverage of the NFL brings us to Huntington Bank Field. Today, two teams hailing from the AFC. Between the Baltimore Ravens.
Today, two teams hailing from the AFC.
Both teams riding 2-0 starts to year one. We'll get the turkey and move to 3-0 as week 3 gets underway. Trey Tucker to return it. This makes it up to the 25. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. First carry for the speedy Dylan Sampson. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Manages just the yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. It'll lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Sanders. He's on a quick hitter. And he'll pick up an opportunity.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them first down.
I might just feel good.
They've got first down here from the 36. Working out of the gun, Sanders.
I don't know how he made that tackle.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback goes man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down.
Here we go. 70.
Zone read, they'll give it to Sampson. Nearly broke even, but the defenders followed that zone read well. It's going to cost him about a yard.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead? The exact opposite.
Yeah, look, they got Lamar Jackson. At DB, I can't even run the dime defense, bro. Fuck.
6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down.
Ready?
They'll throw. 3rd and long.
That's because Lamar Jackson in there.
Winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. They managed to
Damn.
place him on the rip and a first
I
down.
don't even in my
That's a
defense.
statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Okay, ready?
Their opening drive continues. 1st and 10 now from the 39. To the air, Sanders. Into the hands of Gaston, complete. And they take him down right along the 30. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you gotta imagine,
Why was
come soon enough.
this nigga not in the game just now?
And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. I'm hungry. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
70, Hawk 70.
To throw now is Sanders. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Bronco 80.
Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. Catch is made by Dylan Sampson. And he's going to be dropped with a big hit at the
Bro, I
end
couldn't
of
even
it.
see that
But
nigga.
still sets him up with a 1st and goal.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
It's Sampson running out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. It's a gain of 7, and that brings up 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 19 Buffalo 18. Let go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Now just
Oh, that's close to the ground, baby.
There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding.
Nah, he threw it over
Seems
there.
like you want to be an official someday.
he threw the ball.
Because you nailed that one.
Nah, that nigga threw that bitch out of bounds over there. He didn't throw that bitch out the end zone.
2nd down, a very tough 3rd down play here.
Damn, why we can't in the
Here
game.
he goes, 3rd and long. Dropped underneath. It's Simpson.
Bruh,
And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown.
that was weak.
Browns finish up an excellent opening series. On his Katie Orr for the PAT.
Where the fuck the rest of my defense was there?
The upright. And
The
Browns
fucking
will
end
jump
zone.
into a 7-0 lead.
And they didn't come up? Get the fuck out of here. It's just so cool.
Browns have it on the teeth, and they will kick it away here. This will end up as a touchback. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Man in motion here. Jackson looking to throw right away. Throw left side, caught by Douglas. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Lamar now from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
Come on, come on. Set. Cowboy 80.
Sanders going to throw here on first. Connection made to down. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready, ready.
Trying the left side with Sampson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Sanders setting the pass. Gets this one to Gadsden. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
You know, as any quarterback is going to tell you, that's one of the most difficult things to do, knowing you're going to get blasted. That defender's coming right at you, but you got to throw an accurate ball. It does 2 things. Number 1, it strikes fear in the defense, and number 2, you gain respect of your teammates.
Go! Viking 18. 18, run. Ready.
Sanders now on 3rd down. Making touchdown, but they will not get it. That's incomplete. And maybe worse, Brock. It's going to bring up 4th down. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. This our last play of the quarter.
Hey, middle. Hey.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he's out of bounds on the final play of our opening quarter. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. It's a 10-0 ball game. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. Back at beginning of the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They have 2nd down and 5. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Going deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Browns pick it up. And this return will reach the end zone for a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns grow their lead off the turnover. Like a freight train leaving the station after scooping up that fumble. Oh, he got moving on his way to the end zone, Brock. Nice hustle from the big man.
Is there anything more fun than seeing these big old human beings get their chance to get on the scoreboard? You see how it just ignites everybody.
ball after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. First down, here's Lamar. That's complete downfield to Godwin. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he'll be met near the lines, limit the gain to a yard. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Stay with me. You ain't gotta go, you can with me. We can hang out, do the day with me. You tryna be a man, it can stay friendly. We can do the beach, we can hang out. Yes, her and the E go to my house. You can spend the night till we wake up. Do it all again, cause it ain't mud. What is this love? What are we waiting for? Life can be tough, so I need you more and more. You need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I'll be alright. In my dreams, you need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I'll be alright. In my dreams.
Hey yo, my new thing is I don't want you around if you useless. I make a living rhyming, same job as Dr. Seuss's. People only give to get back, that's recoupment. Always have their two hands out, like they. My new thing is you ain't even gotta be my new chick. You can just pull up and hang out and be a new friend. Or I can show you how to train the dragon like. And either way, it ain't gotta be love.
What is this love? What are we waiting for? Life can be tough, so I need you more and more. You need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I'll be alright. In my dreams, you need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I'll be alright. In my dreams.
Yeah. So every morning after snoring, yes, I yearn for you. Thought it wasn't super serious, but now it's too much. I got a disease, so please let go with the clutch. You got the pedal to the metal and you're reffing me up.
So slow down, I got a 2-car garage, or we can go and make sounds that.
Call you Dale, cause you weren't hearts. I'll be Tracy Chapman in the fast car.
What is this love? What are we waiting for? Life can be tough, so I need you more and more. You need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I'll be alright. In my dreams, you need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I'll be alright. In my dreams. You heard about a man, the lift controller, the lever king. I told you, hop in and let the journey begin.
We are just a stone's throw from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and it is rocking and rolling here at Huntington Bank Field in downtown Cleveland. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cleveland Browns. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. Sanders to throw. That's caught by Tucker. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Browns at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Hey, look at this Baltimore defense. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Here's Sanders. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
On the set.
Goal at the 4-yard line.
Go! Bronco 80.
Sampson is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. So this has been a pretty strong start to the year for him on the ground, CD. It's just week 3. That's already 5 rushing touchdowns.
And he's got big grins on their faces besides the rest of the team. The strength and conditioning program, because he was awfully dedicated to what they put in front of him to get ready for this year. Got himself into terrific shape, and he's dominated here early on.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Douglas, the man in motion. Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Jackson now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Now it's Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up fourth. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this will be touchdown across midfield at the 45-yard line.
Okay,
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
ready.
Up the middle they go. Sampson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Well, look at this Baltimore defense.
And they're a tough unit to throw against, currently fourth toughest in the NFL.
They absolutely have to avoid the penalties, have to walk that line between being aggressive and the ones that get you in trouble. The illegal contact, pass interference calls, they got to make sure that they don't have those.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Panther him. Go.
Now Sanders. He'll swing this out to Sampson.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 26. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
First down.
To throw is Sanders.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Caught left side. Here's Dell.
So it's not for no gain. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
70 Timberwolves.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns.
Dylan Sampson
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Browns lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Now with that, they could elect to take the ball at the 1 if they wanted.
Yeah, exactly right. They have options here. If they decide now to go for 2 after the penalty, the ball doesn't go to the 2-yard line as normal. They get the penalty, so that's half the distance. You put it at the 1. But if they decided they wanted to kick, they would just move the ball from the 15 to the 10, and they would kick it there.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
This defense has passed its first two tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming out third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Throw left side, pulled in by Tucker. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
That is caught. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter, as that's a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll run on first down. Sampson. And he's fortunate to get anything from that, giving a yard up to the 49.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Ready! Just the Eagles!
They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Jackson. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Sanders. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Second and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 18, 5, driving 60.
To throw now, here's Sanders. How about this? Well, he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him. But right now, he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's 2nd and 10.
Go! Viking 18. Ready.
To throw again, here's Sanders. And it's going to be caught from Browns. Touchdown. Rondé Gadsden, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove. They're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, I feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Jackson and the rest of the offense staying put. They will go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here, punting, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. That is a big fella, Nambi Matabike, forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing is Jackson. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson. Under pressure, and down he goes. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. On first down, Sampson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Down. Ready.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Dylan Sampson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are able to widen their lead here in this first half. So his big first half continues. His 3rd touchdown already. We'll have to keep watch as this game goes along, how much they want to continue to ride him, because he could be on his way to a record-setting performance. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Here's Jackson to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Now it's Jackson. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. So the completion results there in 9 yards. 3rd and 7 now. With his size coming out of the backfield, usually takes more than an arm tackle to get him down. That's why they like to get him involved in the passing game.
No doubt about it. You saw him running that angle route there and catching the ball. And with his size, not often thought to have hands, but we're hearing that more and more. Guys are doing a better job of catching the ball.
He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. No problem there on the extra point. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Sanders checks this down to Sampson. They'll give him 4 yards there. 3rd and 7 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready?
Sanders to throw. That'll be complete to Sampson. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Somebody got to go.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
19 Lions, let's go. 70 Timberwolves.
Here's Sanders. And he's got his man, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Ravens. Well, number one on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Jackson. That's going deep for Bateman. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his second, but instead it's fourth down. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over first and 10. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Throwing to start the drive. Sanders. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it second down.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Looking to throw. Sanders. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Ready,
They'll indeed go for it. It's Sanders. He's got his target. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth.
35-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Liking 18. Let's go.
On play action, here's Shador. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From the 29, here's the second down and 4.
Now
a handoff up the middle. Sampson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That's complete to Dell. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
19 Lions.
Now Sanders. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Takedown from 6 yards away. And the Browns are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now it's Jackson. Makes the connection with his running back, Derrick Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any self-complete.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Tyree Wilson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach, but plenty to say about this game.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. His 2nd catch, and this one. Not nearly as electrifying as his first, and it'll bring up 3rd down now. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I like what the offense did there, trying to spread the defense out with a 5-receiver formation. But give the defense credit. They stayed their spot and were able to disrupt the catch and force the ball to the turf.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, that is incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Break. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Sampson. And he's taken down inside the 30. 48 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Let's go now.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
On the jump.
2nd and 11 now.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Up the middle they go. Sampson. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Ready. 68.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. And he is going to have the Browns first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Get it.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
They give up the middle to Akers. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 17-yard line.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear